Hi, everybody. It's Killshot from 99 Gaming. This is The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 4, Fan Reactions Live. Wanted to kick this in a minute early, so appreciate all of you guys being here. Wow. What an amazing episode. So many questions for next week. This was beyond everything I thought it was going to be. Hopefully, everybody's still in a good spot. I know we love Rick. I know there's going to be theories out there. He dies on the rebar. He gets off the rebar. He's hallucinating. I picked up on one thing that gives me a little bit of hope, and we get the exclusive sneak peek a little bit later on Talking Dead. I think that's going to be big. Scott Kernan with a super chat says it's official. He gets off the rebar. Lakeisha Faison says, you know what? If Daryl took Rick straight to Alexandria, Rick would not be in this predicament. And you're right. One of the things that is going to be very important is, and we should, I think the writers want us to do this, there's going to be a lot of second guessing what people did in their final moments. You could also say, well, if Maggie wasn't going there to kill Negan, Rick wouldn't be in that predicament. If Daryl wouldn't have misled him, he wouldn't be in that. If Jed wouldn't have came back and then we had the gunshots. A lot of things are going to be, a lot of people are going to be indirectly responsible for what's going on. I think it is just an absolutely incredible story. I am going to ask right now for a follow-up. I know this is going to be a shorter video. This is going to be about 10 minutes, and then I'll let everybody get back to Talking Dead, and then we're going to do an extended version of the fan reaction. So really quickly, you guys do me a favor. If you give me a rating on this episode from a 1 to a 10. I know many of you said 8, 9. I'm gonna say 10. I thought it was absolutely amazing. I don't think the episode could have gotten any better. This is to date. This is my favorite Walking Dead episode. Whether it made you happy or angry or any of those, it was emotional and very well done. It's got all the stories. Look at this. I mean, this is some good stuff. Let me say this. I would also I want to thank all of you guys just for being awesome with accepting the story, appreciating the story. We're passionate about it. I mean, we don't want to see Andy leave. That situation, if that's the way he wrote it, I have a different respect for the rebar at this point. I actually love it. I know we talked about how it could have been corny. I know a lot of you saw the rebar when Rick and Daryl were driving past it the first time, because I'm started getting messages like, saw the rebar, saw where this is going to go down. So this is the place. But it's appropriate because it's pinning him there and gives him the opportunity to reflect. And we don't know if he gets out. We don't know if he dies there. We don't know what's going to go through his mind if someone is going to save the day. I will say this, it doesn't look good because the horse is still there and the horse is waiting. It doesn't look good for the horse. Let me put it that way. All those scenes of Rick riding away, from what we've heard and what we think happened, is there was a white horse prop and there was a bloody handprint on that. So that's a little bit of kind of spoiler information that might be floating around out there. The horse could give its life to buy Rick a little bit more time. I just want to know. I want to know what you guys think. Leave what you think will happen next week. Even if the horse gets mauled, can Rick be far enough away to get through that? And let me also say, I guess about 3 or 4 streams ago, I predicted that Rick will never make it back to the bridge. That bridge scene, I think, is very symbolic, that everybody's running across to protect the bridge. And what kind of hit home with that, and look, I might be wrong. Maybe he does. Maybe he gets back to the bridge and sees everybody. But the way everybody runs past him and sort of looks at him when they're running by, and it doesn't appear Michonne is stopping. It looks like everybody is fighting for something. And also, some of the people on the bridge, Maggie is running across the bridge to help. It's almost like everybody he's close to is fighting to save that. I could be completely wrong, but do want to throw that out there. ton of people here in this reaction video. So we're going to have a couple thousand before this whole thing's done. Number one, you guys could do me a big favor. If you guys love what we do, subscribe. We'd love to get your thoughts and comments, not only in this video, but in future videos. There's several people here that I don't recognize, and I appreciate it. I see all the different chat. We're going to be here for a while. We've been here for a long time. We love The Walking Dead. We are big fans of The Walking Dead. I do have to say that compared to other channels, we are probably going to be, if you want fans and you want good fan chat, this is where you go. We will talk about the writing. We will give some mild criticism, but we're just not Walking Dead bashers. I mean, we're going to be here till the bitter end. Lee Burgess says Rick's not going to die. Hey, I hope so. I mean, we got a lot of theories that are floating around out there. Maybe he does make it to the bridge. Maybe he falls off the bridge. Jadis is still out there somewhere, so who knows? Maybe Jadis could swoop in and save the day. I'd love to see a chopper swoop down and then pull him off the rebar. But he's in a tough situation. So I do feel like there's possibilities, and if they leave it open-ended, and open-ended could be the people that think he's going to die, we go to these hallucinations, and the people think he's going to live. We see him kind of an outer body experience. We're probably going to see Shane next week, so that's going to kind of ramp him up, like, get up, Rick, get up. But I don't know, man. What do you guys think? You guys think that he can make it off of this rebar? Leave your thoughts. Want to know if you think he's actually going to pull himself up and make it out. I got a couple super chats. I want to say 1189 Paris. Watch a read an occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge. Rick is going to hallucinate while he's dying. Very well. I will definitely check that out. Scott Kernan says he makes it to the bridge in the promo. He does, Scott, but once again, we don't know if that's him making it to the bridge or that's just his vision and that hallucination and that kind of more of a metaphor and symbolism of the bridge. Because he could have went with Daryl, and he did say that we can't lose the bridge. And later on tonight, we're going to really get into deep dive into this. We're going to talk about the pit, some of the conversation there. We'll talk about Negan and Maggie. So I saw some really, really high scores. So I'm going to ask you guys, since this is a quick reaction, as quick as we could possibly get it out there, what was the thing that you were most shocked or most excited about seeing when you saw tonight's episode? So if you had to give a reaction and someone said, what is your reaction to this? What kind of hit you the most? Go ahead and type that up because I want to give a couple, just a couple shout outs and a couple of people's comments. Gamesley says the visuals are very nicely done. True. Chris Hardwick was just extremely tongue-tied, and I think I will be tonight. You're trying to get your minds and wrap it around. When there's a good episode and you're just excited about it, you just want to talk about all of it. The rebar, I think what was important about the rebar is the concrete slab. Because you just thought he was going to fall on something, not like be pinned on concrete and not be able to move. Julia Muse says, helping Daryl and calling him brother. Yeah, I wrote down his last words to each other. Daryl and Rick, says Cammy. Awesome stuff. As I said, 500 concurrent. We're going to have probably 2,500 people watch this video before it's said and done. Once again, I would love to have all of you guys in our streams. So if you're fans of what we do, hit the like button, subscribe. We want you to come back later on. We're going to wind the stream down just in a couple minutes, in about 5 more minutes. But we will do a longer stream at 11:15 tonight. So once Talking Dead is over, we're going to be back here for an even extended stream. And tomorrow night, 9:30, Tuesday night, 9:30, Wednesday night, 9:30, Thursday night, 9:30. Every single night, just mark your calendar. If you guys have subscribed, there's a little bell. You can click that bell on our main page, and it'll give you a reminder every time that we stream. So we're going to have some real in-depth, deep conversation. Wow. Julie's crying already. So yeah, there were some tear-jerking scenes, no doubt about it. Let me ask just one, or maybe not even ask, just kind of throw this out there, because I can see this going both ways. One, the horse could be Rick's escape route. Rick is there, and I don't think that Rick has the time at this point to get off the rebar and make it and walk away. So I think something miraculous is going to have to happen. There's going to need to be some intervention. Even if you saw the distance the walkers were, one, Rick's not even struggling. Rick is going unconscious. He's closing his eyes. He's in so much pain. He's given up. Is it fair to say at this moment, to everybody here, give me your thoughts, give me your comments. Is it fair to say when Rick closes his eyes, at that second, he's given up? He's not trying to get up. He's not struggling. He realizes it's the end. Now, I'm not saying it is the end, but I'm saying, do you feel that? Are you in that moment where it's tragic, but there's a little bit of peace? There's a little bit of accepting that this is the way it's going to go down. There's no way out. All of the above, right? I feel that too. But I'm not saying that is the way out. And I do think that there's a miracle. I think the horse is going to be involved. And I feel like, as we've talked about, Rick gives us hope. I don't see him laying on that concrete slab and being devoured by those walkers. I just don't think that's the way he goes down. Now, if he does, it took something to completely stabilize him where he can't move in order for it to happen. So I can understand that as well. But I do think the horse will either sacrifice, maybe Daryl is around the corner with the motorcycle. I mean, there's still things I think that will come into play. We got A. Vasquez 20 says, when Rick teared up while talking to Daryl, oof. Vasquez, we're going to talk about that tonight in the second stream. So, yeah, there were several emotional scenes in this. I thought the writing was absolutely amazing. So, Chance Fox with a super chat. Chance Fox says, Rick passes out. Herd eats the horse because it's making noise. Herd passes Rick by since he basically looks dead. Rick, scenes of him leading them into the preview of hallucinations because that was his plan. I'm okay with that. I love that. I love that super chat. I hope that you're absolutely right. I would love to see the herd if he's unconscious and they think he's out and he's completely silent. Didn't think about that. No noise. Maybe you might be onto something. Could the herd pass him by? You guys, really quickly, show Chance a little bit of love here. I like that. And if you agree with that, then let's get some comments. Six Side Sports with a super chat. Six Side Sports says, hearing Rick scream while he got pierced was just surreal. I've never heard Rick scream like that. It's just scary. Hope he makes it off. We have hope. Either way, it's going to be epic. Yeah, that scene is going to be watched over and over. I love the thoughts. I love the interaction. Incredible crowd here tonight. So as promised, I did say we're going to keep this. We could super chat. We could kind of keep this thing going all night long. I mean, I know you guys are hyped up. But I know people are doing double duty. They're watching here. They're watching Angela Kang. They're trying to get any little clue they possibly can. So we're going to wind this stream down. I want to thank everybody for being here. Once again, come back and see us. We will be back at 11:15. So in 45 minutes, we're going to be right back here. I expect this whole crowd to be here, be alive, be energetic. Let's hear your participation. We're going to walk through much, much more of tonight's episode. We're going to talk about Michonne and Negan. We're going to talk about Carol's epic scene and how that's all going to go down, how that'll play out. And I will see everybody very, very soon. Thank you for everything that you guys do. Go catch Talking Dead, and we're going to talk about that sneak peek from next week as well. Thanks, everybody. Peace.